Aunt Judy, how you doing today? You got a prayer request?
Dave, I just turned you on a minute ago, and I have to tell you, you're not alone. You're not alone, Dave.
Amen.
I've been watching pornography too.
Okay. So you've been studying kind of what to look out for in the youth or your grandkids or what?
If that's what you want to call it.
Okay. Well, I'd like to know what you call it. Miss Judy, why are you watching pornography every night?
I was just curious. I heard my nephew and my sister's son in the room talking the other day, and we heard them talking about this thing called glizzies. And I'm like, glizzy, what is that? Is that a donut?
The glizzy is this is what I was talking about earlier. In schools nowadays, they are telling children, if your parents will not buy you a dildo, you need to go through the pantries and you need to go through the refrigerator and the vegetable crisper, and you need to find yourself a sexual self-pleasure device. And one example, a popular example is they start calling them glizzies, so that way when the parents look at the homework, they don't see written down. They use a lot of slang. They'll say like glizzies in the cooch, that kind of thing. When they look at it, they don't actually understand. They think it's some kind of a math equation. But what they're actually saying to schools is, you need to get one of them hot dogs out of that pack. You need to pleasure yourself with it. And that's why they started calling them glizzies. Yeah. It's a sexual, using a hot dog as a sexual device. And it's 100% promoted by the school system.
The school system promotes that?
The school system promotes it. And I'll tell you what, there are side effects to this thing. We only know the very beginning of it. But I mean, some folks are using pickles as well. And there is a serious disease called brine vagina that's going around, and it's causing an extra wrinkling of the inside of the vaginal walls. And it's causing some young women to be hospitalized.
You know what? Pickles and hot dogs, they're very high in sodium. You think that's what's doing it?
It could be. It could be.
Sodium?
It's like they're preserving, they're pickling their own vaginas.
Their vaginas are going to have high blood pressure if they keep it up.
Well, amen. I don't agree with any of this stuff. I think, keep the sex talk out of the schools, Look what's happening.
Not even just that, but why use a hot dog? Why not use a cucumber or a really thick carrot, something healthy? You don't want to use something that's going to give your snapdragon a heart attack or something. I don't know.
There's another thing. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff in the schools now. Another way kids are getting high lately is to put Nicorette gum up their butts. Amen, Joe Malone Williams.
Joe Malone Williams cheered. X300. Dave, do you believe we should keep sex talk out of sex ed?
Listen, everyone already knows about sex. It's all over the TV. Turn on Nickelodeon. You'll find that sponge having sex with that starfish. All right,
or even Sesame Street
or Sesame Street. You watch any of that?
Yeah,
There's sex.
Muppets.
They're putting Muppets. Yeah, they're putting sex in all these shows. You don't need. Do you need the? What are they doing at school? They all know about sex already just from watching the dang TV and being on their dang iPhones all day.
Exactly, because nobody wants to watch Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy doing it from behind. It's just not cute.
It's sick. My family, we ain't been on the internet or the cable or none of that since we found out about some of this stuff. I have to be on it for my work and to do research and to watch the pornography every night that I need to watch to be able to know what to look out for in the youth group. So I need the internet,
and trust me, you don't want to hear Kermit the Frog. You do not want to hear him, get moist. Have you ever heard Kermit the Frog get moist?
I don't watch that garbage, no. Ever since Jim Henson was assassinated.
He's just like, this is what he sounds like when he gets moist. Whenever he's about to ejaculate, this is what he sounds like. You ready? This is what he sounds like. He breaks out in song.
Ethan webpage, praise the Lord.
Ethan webpage donated
1 second here, we got a donation.
My school sex ed taught me you had to pee in a girl to get her pregnant.
Okay, but I'm telling you, they're learning it from other things now. That's the thing. Ever since they assassinated Jim Henson, I'll tell you this is part of the reason I got rid of my cable. I turned on the Muppet Babies, And Kermit the Frog was telling this joke about how the puppeteer had his hand up his ass or something. Even though the Muppet Babies they weren't even puppets. He made like a reference to his puppet self, and he was talking about, it's better than my last job where I used to have a hand up my ass. It was like,
oh my God.
I canceled my cable.
They fisted Kermit the Frog his whole entire career.
Well, I mean, that's what they had to do. That's what they had to do because they were puppets, but they didn't need to make a joke about it. They didn't need to make it sexual because we weren't thinking about that.
But do you notice how much money they made after they did that?
Yeah, it's all about money. Jim would not let them do it. Jim would say, we're not going to make these crude jokes, and we're not going to have sexual education in Sesame Street. Okay, that's the biggest thing, too. HBO bought Sesame Street, and they decided that they needed to put sexual education for the 3 to 8s or whoever the demographic there. It makes me, you know what? I used to get violently angry in the middle of the night thinking about that little Elmo, that little naked gremlin.
Do you ever wonder why he danced like that? Well, you know, they said the guy was also messing with kids.
Elmo? I ain't surprised. That dang Barney show got so messed up, they had to take it off the air completely. They had to cancel the show. They got so many letters. They get letters every day from Christians, but they actually started getting letters from atheists about Barney. They said, wait, this is a little bit too far.
I heard that they were getting complaints from the child actors on that show. They said they got tired of tripping over Barney's penis. They just got tired of it. They were just like, ow! I tripped over his penis again! This crap has to stop! I'm a child actor, for crying out loud!
I just killed it. I had this pain in my gut. There's this demonic talk and these demons that are invading our children's television. I felt a demon attack me for what we're exposing here today. Just talking about this stuff, I felt Satan himself, one of his captains, attacked me in my gut.
Oh my God, was it, do you think, you know what, I bet I know what that was? We were sitting over here talking about Barney's penis, and I bet you Barney's penis came in the form of a spirit and attacked you, and that's why you felt like that. Oh my God.
With Elmo, it was like a perverted thing. They'd tickle him. They'd tickle him, you know what? Until he couldn't take it anymore. And then he just started running around, like with it flailing his arms all over the place and doing all sorts of nasty stuff.
Wasn't there an episode where he was acting so crazy one time and he was laughing so hard? He peed. He actually peed right there on the show.
Yeah, well, they use the same technology.
He got to shaking and pee just went everywhere.
They use the same technology in Elmo that they use in some of those weird baby dolls that piss themselves. Sorry for the language, but it's weird. You ever seen those commercials like Baby Wee Wee and all that stuff? They got these little babies with genitals that just pee themselves. They put that same technology in Elmo. They used to I don't know what game, they'd have like pizza parties on the set, and they would have Elmo fake urinate again on all the actors.
Oh, that's nothing. Do you remember the emo Elmo?
I didn't remember that. No, I didn't see that.
You know why they took emo Elmo off the shelves?
Why was that?
Because just like the other one would piss, you know, the red one?
Yeah.
This one would shit. I'm sorry for my language, but that's what he would do.
Well, how would they even make that work? The fake wee wee's just water with yellow food coloring in it.
I think that what they did was they made some kind of a chocolate milk maker inside of him. They made like some kind of a chocolate milk maker, and he had a little easy bake oven, and it went through a process where it would combine the chocolate milk and the brownie from the little easy bake oven, and then they would just shoot it out of there. All they would have to do is punch Emo Elmo in the stomach, boom, poop in his pants. pooped in his pants.
I mean, here's the thing. There's technicalities. They get around it. They'd say, well, it's just brownie mix or whatever. It's like they said, well, technically there ain't nothing wrong with it. There ain't nothing sexual about it. But I'm sorry, when you got child actors working on the set and you got some guys controlling this Elmo doll and that Elmo is urinating on these actors and leaving these brownies in their backpacks.
Oh, you know what? I just read something on Wikipedia. It was cake frosting.
Okay, yeah. So that's how they get around it. They say, oh, it wasn't nothing. We're just having fun. It's fun. I mean, they all think it's fun. You know, pee-pee poo-poo jokes. So, you know, it makes them laugh. It makes them happy. And come on. Don't BS me.
And imagine what taking a bag of dog would do to them putting it on people's front porch. Remember that? Oh, we got hit with that one time. I caught the kid that did it too. I strung him up by his balls.
Whoa. Hold on, what?
I said, you'll never do that again.
Whoa.
Don't you do that again. He put poop on my door.
You did what?
I gave him a good talking to.
No, hold on a second. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear good talking to.
I gave him a good talking to.
You didn't say anything about stringing anybody up.
No, why would I do something like that? Come on, David, give me more credit. I'm not a bad woman. I just gave him a good talking to. It's all. Stringing somebody up.
Okay, well, I guess
all the ideas that you come up with sometimes, Dave.
I guess I just misheard. Okay, I guess I just misheard.
You're lucky you're cute. And that every time I talk to you, my nipples get a little stiff, but that's
okay.
it.
We need to end listen, we need to end the sermon now, I think. Okay, amen, Aunt Judy. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, everyone, subscribe to Bible Boys, hit the like button, share, and turn on that little bell.